Good afternoon, students. Am I audible in the last? Okay, so today we are going to cover number system basic concept, and don't expect like I will teach you NCERT cover to cover. I will use the concept given in NCERT only, but I have to teach you topic. Okay, topic wise we will have conceptual clarity where I will use concept from NCERT as well. So first thing is number chart. Online students, am I audible? Just write yes in comment if audio video okay. So number, we divide in two part. We have two type of number. One are called real number. Second are imaginary number. Okay. In our syllabus, we have real number. No need to bother about imaginary number. That is not in our syllabus. Even in CAT also, we are not bothered about this. It is like under root of -1. It is imaginary. We can't, like here, it is not a real number actually. So it is known as iota, not in syllabus. So don't ask me any question on this. Not required. Wastage of energy, not at all required. So what we have in syllabus, real number, that we will study in detail. Now this real number we divide in two parts. Rational and irrational. So real number we divide in two parts. We have rational number, we have irrational number. ये लाइट ऑन कर देना बीच वाली. Okay, now let us start with rational number. Many of you I think already know. For you it will be revision. Those who don't know, you will come to know what are rational number. Any one of you know the definition of rational number? Or those who know, like tell me what are rational number? Anji? Which are in the form of P by Q. Q is not equal to 0. Both P and Q are integers. Okay. So now what is the definition of rational number? Here we can express this in the form of P by Q. It can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer. Q can't be 0. Q is not equal to 0. We can write in the form of P by Q, or we can express in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer, but Q is not equal to 0. Like example, like -4 by 1, -3 by 2, 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 5 by 7. So all these are rational number. All these are rational number. But here point is Q is not equal to 0. Like if it is 2 by 0, if you take denominator 0, then what is this? Infinity, infinite or infinity, which we can't define actually. So here if your denominator is 0, that is infinity, which we cannot define. So that's why there is a condition, your denominator cannot be 0. This is the condition. Your denominator cannot be 0. So I repeat, what are rational number? Rational number we can express in the form of p by q, where p and q both integer, q is not equal to 0. Your denominator cannot be 0, because the moment denominator is 0, that number become infinity, which we cannot define, and no one can define what is infinity. कोई नहीं define कर पाया कि infinity है क्या, ठीक है? Now here, हाँ, numerator can be 0, 0 by 1 or 0. If question is whether 0 is a rational number, yes, 0 is a rational number. Numerator can be any integer. Numerator can be any integer including 0. There is no condition for numerator. There is a condition for denominator. Denominator cannot be 0. Numerator 0 हो सकता है, 0 by 1, which is actually equal to 0. ये 0 के ही बराबर होता है, 0. So 0 is rational number. Numerator can be 0, but denominator cannot be 0. That is fixed rule. Now, let me check how many of you have idea about irrational number. Whatever information you have about irrational number, tell me. Any one of you know definition of irrational number?
It must be in p by q form.
It must be
P by
q form.
Q is not equal to 0, and either or both of p by q will be non-integer.
Non-integer. Okay. Any other thing you know? Non-terminating, non-repeating. Good. Any example you know? Root 3, root 2, root 5. These are irrational. Okay. In book, what you find the definition of irrational number is, here we cannot express, but wait, don't write, because the definition given in book, I feel like it is not a complete definition. Let us understand in detail so that there will not be a confusion. Book में definition लिखी है, irrational number, rational number के लिए लिख दिया we can express. Here we cannot express in the form of p by q, where p and q both integer, q is not equal to 0. I will not say it is wrong definition, but it is a incomplete definition. ऐसा लिखा है we cannot express, it is in the form of p by q, where p and q both integer, q is not equal to 0. But let me tell you, rational number here is p by q form, where p and q both integer. So your stress should be on integer. It is p by q form where both integer. But whereas in irrational number, maybe your numerator is non-integer, like under root 2 by 1. Maybe your denominator is non-integer, 1 by under root 2. Or maybe both are non-integer, under root 2 by under root 3, or any other example. You cannot express integer upon integer. इसका मतलब यह है कि integer upon integer नहीं होगा. Maybe either your numerator is non-integer, maybe your denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer, or at least one out of numerator and denominator is non-integer. So what are irrational number? Maybe your numerator is non-integer, maybe your denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer. Because the moment it is integer upon integer, it becomes rational number. अगर integer upon integer होगा वो तो rational number बन जाएगा. What are irrational number? Which are not rational. Simple definition of irrational is which are not rational. It means where your numerator, either your numerator is non-integer, maybe your denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer. But here is also your denominator cannot be 0, because the moment your denominator is 0, here also it become infinity. That is fixed. Denominator cannot be 0 in rational number also. Denominator cannot be 0 in case of irrational number also. So you write, पहले लिख लो, what is the definition of irrational number? In case of irrational number, either numerator is non-integer or denominator is non-integer, or both are non-integer? Full stop. डिनोमिनेटर कैन नॉट बी जीरो, ये भी एक कंडीशन है, डिनोमिनेटर कैन नॉट बी जीरो. Or if I have to give a crisp definition, we can say at least one of numerator or denominator is non-integer and denominator cannot be zero. At least one thing out of numerator or denominator is non-integer, because the moment it is integer upon integer, देखो, you can express this in four things. Here one is integer upon integer, second is non-integer upon integer, third is integer upon non-integer, fourth is non-integer upon non-integer. These are rational and that is fixed. Your denominator cannot be zero. वो तो नंबर ही नहीं है, वो तो नंबर की कैटेगरी में ही नहीं है. If your denominator is not zero, that is not a point of discussion. That is infinity, which we can't define. That is outside this chart. वो तो इस चार्ट से ही बाहर है. It is not a number. Infinity is not a number. So here denominator cannot be zero. Here also, here also. After that, you just understand there are four things. Your number can be in form for four format. चार format में number हो सकता है. Integer upon integer, non-integer upon integer, integer upon non-integer, non-integer upon non-integer. Here these three are irrational. These are rational. रैशनल के लिए इंटीजर अपॉन इंटीजर है, ऑल अदर आर इरेशनल इन केस ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ फॉर्म. सो हियर वी कैन एक्सप्रेस, मतलब वो लिखा ना कि वेयर वी कैन नॉट एक्सप्रेस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ p by q, वेयर p and q बोथ इंटीजर, वो पॉइंट था. सो पॉइंट इज हियर इट इज p by q फॉर्म, ओके, बट पॉइंट इज हियर वेयर p and q आर नॉट इंटीजर, एट लीस्ट वन ऑफ दिस टू इज नॉन इंटीजर. Because the moment it is integer upon integer, it is not irrational, it becomes rational number. If you have a number which is in the form of integer upon integer, it is rational. And if your numerator is non-integer, or maybe your denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer, that is irrational number. So under root 3, under root 5, under root 7, so you remember some of the example. So all these are irrational number, because it is under root 3 by 1, under root 3 by 5 by 1, under root 7 by 1, 1 upon under root 3, 1 upon under root 5. So all these number are considered to be irrational number, because either your numerator is non-integer or maybe your denominator is non-integer. If in case both are non-integer, then also it is irrational number. But the moment it is integer upon integer, then it becomes rational number. And what are irrational? Which are not rational, which are not integer upon integer. The moment it is integer upon integer, it becomes rational. Otherwise, it is irrational. What is the condition for irrational? Maybe numerator is non-integer, maybe denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer. Is it clear? So now here rational, irrational, some of the example of irrational here is under root 2, under root 3, under root 5, pi. So if there is a factual question whether pi is a rational number or irrational number, I will say pi is an irrational number. But now here some student, they will argue with me, they will say, sir, school days we have taken value of pi is 22 by 7, which is integer upon integer. According to that, it should be rational number. But let me complete this. I tell you this 22 by 7 is not the exact value of pi. This is the approximate value of pi. It is not the exact value of pi. It is the approximate value of pi. Do you know any other value of pi? 3.14. Even that is also not the exact value. That is also an approximate value 3.14. I will prove it कि ना तो वैल्यू पाई की ये है ना ये है. You have calculator with you in your mobile? ठीक है, एक बार खोल लो अपना मोबाइल. इन योर मोबाइल जस्ट ओपन कैलकुलेटर. अगर मोबाइल स्विच ऑफ है तो स्विच ऑफ रहने देना, पड़ोसी के में देख लेना. इट इज गुड अगर यू केप्ट योर मोबाइल ऑन स्विच ऑफ मोड. हाँ जी. So what is 22 by 7 is 3.142857, 142857, 142857. Depend how many digit your mobile will show after decimal. Okay. Now Google पे लिखो value of pi. Just write Google or Safari, whatever you have. Okay, so what you will find, value of pi here is 3.14159265359 and so on. Or it depends how many digit you are taking after decimal. If you want to take 10 digit after decimal, you get this value. If you take 20 digit after decimal, you will have 10 more digit. If you take 100 digit after decimal, you will have. देखो अब पिक्चर देखो. Here only this 3.14 is equal. उसके बाद देख लो पिक्चर अलग है, ये 2 है, ये 1 है, ये 8 है, ये 5 है. So here this is different, this is different. So it means 22 by 7 is the best approximate value, क्योंकि डेसिमल के बाद 2 डिजिट तक मैच हो रहा है, whereas third digit is totally different from the value of pi. And when we take value of pi is 3.14, it means you ignore all other value, you approximate your value. आप सिर्फ you are taking only 2 digit after decimal, but whereas value of pi is not 3.14, value of pi is 3.1415925359 and so on. I tell you what is the exact value of pi. Exact value of pi is 180 degree. Pi is not integer upon integer representation. Pi is actually angular representation. Value of pi is 180 degree. That's why pi is not integer upon integer. Pi is irrational number. We will study pie chart, or you might have studied during school days pie chart. This is the same pi. ये ऐसा लिखो pie chart, or you can write the same thing is pie chart. Because here around this center there is total 360 degree angle is there. Total angle कितना 360 degree. So it means it represent 2 pi. For example, in our class we have these many engineer. So here this angle represented by engineer in our classes. So here engineer represent 90 degree. In term of pi, what is the representation of engineer? Half pi. क्योंकि value of pi is 180 degree, so 90 degree is half pi. So what is the representation by engineer in this pie chart? Half pi. Value of pi is actually 180 degree. Okay, you can see sometimes on like t-shirt there are wonderful wordings written over there. कुछ ना कुछ लिखा होता है. And you find in some of the t-shirt there is written cutie pie. है ना? ज्यादा मत घूरना. तो वो क्यूटी पाई उसके लिए नहीं है. ध्यान से देखना, उस क्यूटी पाई वर्ड के नीचे ऐसा कुछ बना भी होगा और उस इंसान को लगता है कि मेरे लिए क्यूटी पाई लिखो, इस एंगल के लिए पाई लिखा हुआ है. पाई मींस एंगुलर रिप्रेजेंटेशन. ठीक है, खाने में भी पाई. पाई इज ए एंगुलर रिप्रेजेंटेशन. 60 डिग्री एंगल, 90 डिग्री एंगल, 120 डिग्री एंगल, 180 डिग्री एंगल. सो पाई इज 180 डिग्री. सो द क्वेश्चन इज वेदर पाई इज रैशनल और इरेशनल. पाई इज एन इरेशनल नंबर. 22 by 7 is not the exact value of pi, it is the approximate value of pi. Exact value नहीं है पाई की, approximate है. Exact value of pi is 180 degree. So pi is angular representation. Pi is not a integer representation. It is the approximately best value of pi we take to solve our question on geometry mensuration. And most of the time you find in geometry mensuration radius is taken multiple of 7 so that we can solve easily. The 22 by 7 is not the exact value of pi, it is the approximate value of pi, जो स्कूल में आपको पढ़ा है. Okay, so now here we have real number. We divide real number in two part. Here we have rational number. Here we have irrational. Rational number are integer by integer form, whereas irrational number are either your numerator is non-integer or your denominator is non-integer, or both are non-integer, which are known as irrational, means which are not rational, which are not integer upon integer are irrational. जो इंटीजर अपॉन इंटीजर नहीं होगा वो इरेशनल की कैटेगरी में आ जाएगा. मे बी योर न्यूमरेटर इज नॉन इंटीजर, मे बी योर डिनोमिनेटर इज नॉन इंटीजर, और बोथ आर नॉन इंटीजर. हाँ जी, हाँ रुको, just give me 10 more minutes. Now here next is rational. Further we categorize rational number in two categories. One is known as integer, second is known as fractions. Integers are like -1, -2, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are integers. Fractions like 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 7 by 5. So these are fractions. These are fractions. I tell you one concept here. Okay? Now, let me tell you what is definition of fractions. Fractions can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer and Q is not equal to 0. Fractions can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer, Q is not equal to 0. But my question to you, same definition we have for rational. Rational में भी तो यही बोला था. Now tell me what is the difference in rational and fraction. Rational की definition यही बोली ना मैंने, can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer, Q is not equal to 0. Any one of you? How come fractions are different from rational number? Although fraction is a subset of rational number, fraction जो है वो rational का ही बच्चा है. There are two subset of rational number, integer and fractions. But what is the difference? Fractions, even rational number can also be negative. So there is a point that fractions can be negative, even rational number can also be negative. P is no, fraction में भी हो सकता है P0, but हाँ, okay, fine.
Fractions can always be expressed upon numerator upon denominator. So numerator must be smaller than denominator.
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. देखो मैंने 7/5 लिखा है.
P and Q cannot be multiples of each.
नहीं, 7/5 वो improper proper fraction कुछ concept I will teach. हाँ जी, I tell you. See, in rational number there are two conditions. It is in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer and Q is not equal to 0. But whereas in fraction there are three conditions. As far as definition of fraction is concerned, we have these two conditions same, that it can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both integer. Second condition is Q should not be 0. But there is one more condition we have in fraction, that P should not be multiple of Q. Numerator should not be multiple of denominator. I will explain this point. P should not be multiple of Q. Numerator should not be multiple of denominator. Rational में हो सकता है. Like here, for example, you take 15/3. In layman language, we write it as a fraction. 15/3, it's like, it seems fraction. But as far as definition of fraction is concerned, it's your duty to simplify. 15 is exact multiple of 3. When you simplify, you get 5, which is no more integer, which is no more fraction, which is actually integer. If your numerator is exact multiple of denominator, it will not be fraction, it will become integer. जैसे 10/2 है, दिख फ्रैक्शन रहा है बट ये फ्रैक्शन नहीं है. एज पर डेफिनेशन ऑफ फ्रैक्शन इट्स योर ड्यूटी टू सिंप्लीफाई, देन यू चेक. टेल मी 5 इज ए इंटीजर और फ्रैक्शन? इंटीजर. जैसे 20/5 है, सिंस 20 is exact multiple of 5, when you simplify you get 4, so it will come under the category of integer, not fraction. But if it is 12/7 है, since 12 is not exact multiple of 7, so 12/7 is a fraction. But if it is 12/6, as per definition of fraction, it is not fraction, because when you simplify it is 2, so it is actually integer. वो integer बन जाएगा. Like 100/10, when you simplify you get 10, so 10 is not fraction, 10 is actually integer. So I repeat, it can be expressed in the form of p/q, where p and q both integer, q is not equal to 0. We have one extra condition, that p should not be multiple of q. The moment p is multiple of q, it will become integer, not fraction. एग्जाम्पल लिख लो, 14/2. दिख फ्रैक्शन रहा है बट ये फ्रैक्शन नहीं है. वाई? बिकॉज व्हेन यू सिंप्लीफाई इट इज 7, सो इट इज इंटीजर. तो 14/2 इक्वल टू 7 इज नॉट ए फ्रैक्शन, इज इंटीजर. तो 7 इज इंटीजर. तो p शुड नॉट बी मल्टीपल ऑफ q. दिस इज द एक्स्ट्रा कंडीशन वी हैव फॉर फ्रैक्शंस. वेट, some of you might got confused. Don't worry, I will clear each and every confusion. I give you a wonderful conceptual clarity about number chart. Now we start with the smallest. अब उल्टा चलेंगे, you will get better conceptual clarity. अभी सारी चीजें क्लियर होने वाली हैं आपको. Natural number. I think all of you know natural number. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are natural number. Now tell me, in this natural number, if I add 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, what it become? Whole number. So natural number plus 0 is the whole number. In this whole number, when you add negative integer, -1, -2, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is a complete set of integers. Category 0 student, I think you comfortable natural number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you add 0, it become whole number. In whole number, if you add negative integer, you have a set of integers. In this integer, when you add fractions, it become rational number. So you can say integer plus fractions is equal to rational number. Or this is rational number. Here we have two subset of rational number, one integer and one fraction. उनका बाप कौन और माँ कौन, whatever you want to take. ठीक है. Why to be male oriented? मतलब इन दोनों का बाप बोलो या माँ बोलो, वो है रैशनल नंबर. ये रैशनल नंबर के बच्चे हैं दोनों. These are the subset of rational number. Integer clear? In integer, when you add fractions like 1/2, 1/3, 2/3, 3/2, integer plus fraction is your rational number. Any doubt? Integer plus fractions are rational number. Integer plus fractions are rational number. And in this rational number, if you add ajeeb type of number like √2, √3, √5, which are actually known as irrational number, so rational plus irrational number is equal to real number. Or rational and irrational are the subset of real number. Rational number में अगर √2, √3, √5, pi, which are irrational number, if you add, it become a complete set real number. Now, I will tell you one more thing about irrational number, then you will have better clarity. These are the subset of real number, rational, irrational. Rational further you divide integer, fraction. Clear? Now we categorize fraction in two categories. We have two type of fraction. ठीक है? We categorize fraction in two part, like 1/2, 1/3. For some student, it seems almost same type of fraction, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. But wait, there is a difference. You convert this fraction into decimal, you will get an idea. If you convert 1/2 in decimal, you get 0.5. Similarly, like 1/4, if you convert in decimal, you get 0.25. 1/5, 0.2. So this type of decimal are called terminating decimal. इनको हम बोलते हैं terminating decimal. Like they terminate after decimal, maybe after 1 digit, maybe after 2 digit, maybe after 10 digit, maybe after 20 digit, but they will stop. वो रुक जाएंगे. And you will understand terminating decimal once you see 1/3. What is 1/3? 0.3333333333. ये बोर्ड खत्म, राजेंद्र नगर खत्म, दुनिया खत्म. ये 3 चलता जाएगा. So it means if I'm saying terminating, it means there is something which is non-terminating. So this is non-terminating. 3 is not terminating. 3 चलता जा रहा है. But here they terminate. वो रुक जा रहे हैं. Here there is 1 digit after decimal. There are 2 digit after decimal. There is 1 digit after decimal. Maybe there are 3 digit after decimal. 5 digit after decimal. So all this type of decimal are called terminating decimal. But whereas this type of decimals are known as non-terminating but repeating. Terminate नहीं हो रहे भले ही, but एक repetition जरूर है. Like if you check 1/6, 1/6 is 0.166666. You find 6 is repeating, and it is not necessarily only 1 digit repeat. We have already checked like 7. 22/7 check किया, 1/7 भी check कर सकते हो. You get 0.142857, 142857. You find repetition after 6 digit. Maybe you find repetition after 12 digit. At your home you can check 1/19. You will find there is a repetition after 18 digit. But there will be a repetition. जैसे ये 3 reoccur again and again, here 6 repeat again and again, here 1428, ये रुकेगा नहीं, ये चलता जाएगा. 142857, 142857, 142857, 142857, because this type of decimals are non-terminating but repeating. Non-terminating but repeating. These are terminating decimal. These are non-terminating but repeating. Terminate नहीं हो रहे but repeat हो रहे. So I repeat, fractions we categorize in two part as far as decimal is concerned. Some example are like 1/2, 1/4, 1/5, 1/10, which are terminating decimal. They will terminate after some digit. Whereas second type of decimal here, which are not terminating, but for sure there will be a repetition. पक्का मिलेगा. दो ही तरह के होते हैं, या तो terminating होंगे या repeating होंगे. But actually we have 3 type of decimal. अपने पास decimal 3 तरह के हैं. Terminating, non-terminating, what repeating. But there is one type of decimal also, neither they terminate nor they repeat. ऐसे भी है, ना तो वो terminate होते ना वो repeat होते. What are this? Irrational number. So you write about irrational number. There is one more information about irrational number we have. When we convert irrational number in decimal, neither they terminate nor they repeat. Neither terminating nor repeating. Like √2 चेक कर लेना अपने सुपर कंप्यूटर पे, घर पे, लैपटॉप पे, टैबलेट पे. 1.41 and so on. I guarantee you will find non-terminating, non-repeating. कोई रिपीटिशन भी नहीं मिलेगा, पक्की बात है. जैसे अभी वी हैव चेक पाई की वैल्यू लिखी थी ना हमने 3.14159 समथिंग समथिंग समथिंग। आई टेल यू, चाहे चैट जीपीटी यूज कर लेना, चाहे एआई का कोई भी यूज कर लेना, यू राइट उस पे चैट जीपीटी जाके या एआई टूल पे कि टेल मी 1000 डिजिट आफ्टर डेसिमल फॉर ए पाई, 10,000 डिजिट फॉर ए पाई आफ्टर डेसिमल। तो you check 1000 digit, you check 10,000 digit, you check 1 lakh digit, I guarantee neither they terminate nor any repetition you will find। जैसे यहाँ पे एक repetition, एक पैटर्न बन रहा है 33366142857142857। okay, so now irrational number, let us have understanding about irrational number। one understanding about irrational number is we cannot express these are in the form of integer upon integer। why? because maybe numerator is non-integer, maybe denominator is non-integer, कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ मिलेगी। मतलब here irrational number is never integer upon integer। why? because integer upon integer are rational number। अगर integer upon integer है वो rational होगा, other are irrational where your numerator is non-integer, maybe denominator is non-integer, or maybe both are non-integer। Second thing about irrational number, remember some example so that you can recall under root 2, under root 3, under root 5, pi। These are the few examples should be in your mind। Third thing about irrational number is when we convert irrational number in decimal, neither they terminate nor they repeat। ना तो वो terminate होते हैं ना repeat होते हैं, these are irrational। हाँ जी, any doubt before I take next topic? Online students, if you have any doubt। offline students, कोई चीज नहीं क्लियर हुई हो, P should not be multiple of Q। हाँ, Q can't be 1। वेरी गुड, यस। मतलब उसमें एक कंडीशन है कि Q 0 भी नहीं हो सकता और Q 1 भी नहीं हो सकता। बिल्कुल सही है। Whereas रैशनल नंबर की कंडीशन है Q should not be 0। बहुत बढ़िया। हाँ जी, एनी अदर थिंग? Now our next topic is based on this type of decimal which are non-terminating but repeating। These are also known as recurring। इनको हम recurring decimal भी बोलते हैं, recurring decimal। because why? 3 reoccur again and again, 6 reoccur again and again, 1 4 2 8 5 7 reoccur again and again। I think many of you know school days your teacher might have told you, so if we have this is recurring decimal, so we write recurring decimal as 0.123। कौन इतने सारे 3 लिखेगा? तो that's why our mathematician are smart people, they come up with some coding या उन्होंने कुछ symbol बना लिए। तो here both are equal, it represent that 3 reoccur again and again। अब जैसे 0.142857, if I put a bar on 142857, it means this 6 digit repeat again and again, so it is a recurring decimal। Sir, 3 under root 4 is a rational or irrational? ठीक है जी, इन्होंने पूछा 3 under root 4। Your duty is to simplify। तो what is under root 4? 2 और -2। तो 3 into 2 और 3 into -2, तो you get 6 or -6। Tell me now it is irrational or rational? Rational। अंडर रूट से मतलब नहीं कि ईच एंड एवरी वैल्यू अंडर रूट इज इरेशनल। ऐसा कुछ इंप्रेशन मत रखो कि ये है तो इरेशनल ही होगा। ठीक है, बंदूक टांग ली तो पुलिस वाला ही होगा। ठीक है, तो देखना भी तो पड़ेगा ना। अंडर रूट से मतलब नहीं है कि अंडर रूट के नीचे की सारी वैल्यू इरेशनल। जैसे अंडर रूट 9 है तो इट्स योर ड्यूटी टू रेक्टिव यू सिंप्लीफाई। अब सिंप्लीफाई करके क्या आएगा? +3 और -3। टेल मी नाउ, यू टेल मी व्हाट इज +3, रैशनल और इरेशनल? रैशनल। एंड व्हाट इज -3? रैशनल। तो पहले चेक करना पड़ेगा। फर्स्ट यू हैव टू सिंप्लीफाई. जैसे मैंने बोला 12/2, आप तो बोल दोगे फ्रैक्शन है, तो फर्स्ट सिंप्लीफाई. तो आवर ड्यूटी इज टू फर्स्ट सिंप्लीफाई, देन चेक वेदर इट कम अंडर रैशनल कैटेगरी, इरैशनल कैटेगरी. इफ इट इज अंडर रैशनल, रैशनल में भी हमें चेक करना है कि वो इंटीजर है कि फ्रैक्शन है. अब जैसे मैंने ये बोल दिया इट इज रैशनल बिकॉज इट इज इंटीजर अपॉन इंटीजर. अब वी हैव टू क्रॉस चेक. अब मेरा सेकंड क्वेश्चन है, यू आर सेइंग सर 12/2 इज ए रैशनल नंबर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. My counter question is, tell me it is rational. Very good. Tell me whether it is integer or fraction. You simplify, you get 6. Then you check 6. What is 6? Integer or fraction? Integer. So here it's our duty to first simplify, then check whether that number will be integer, whether that number will be fraction, or whether that number will be irrational number. क्योंकि ये तो दोनों पार्ट रैशनल हो गए. Now next topic you put heading. अब एक heading डालो, how to convert recurring decimal into fraction. I give you shortcut, but before I give you shortcut, first I tell you the long cut method, which is NCERT based method, so that you can respect shortcut. ठीक है, कई बार क्या होता है ना, शॉर्टकट स्टूडेंट दे डोंट अप्रिशिएट. जैसे एक क्वेश्चन है, वी विल डिस्कस लेटर, कि व्हाट इज द यूनिट डिजिट इन 7:50. व्हाट इज द यूनिट डिजिट इन 7:50. आई विल टीच दैट शॉर्ट ट्रिक. बट वेयर सम कैटेगरी 1 स्टूडेंट, पता नहीं क्यों उन्होंने दरवाजा बंद किया, समझना ही नहीं. फिर मैं उनको समझाता हूँ कि लाइक हियर यू हैव 2 ऑप्शन. One option is the short trick. Second option is you have to do 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 50 times. ठीक है, पहले आप 7 को 50 टाइम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, देन यू विल चेक व्हाट विल द यूनिट डिजिट. वो उनके बस का है नहीं, तो देन दे एग्री कि शॉर्ट ट्रिक ही बेटर है. ओके, कई बार करना पड़ता है मुझे ऐसा. ओके, but here in this question, how to convert recurring decimal into fraction, first I tell you the long method, then I tell you short trick. जैसे क्वेश्चन है 0.333333 we have to convert in fraction. इसको हमें फ्रैक्शन में कन्वर्ट करना है, मतलब न्यूमरेटर अपॉन डिनोमिनेटर we have to find. For this decimal we have to find what is in the form of numerator upon denominator. Now let us assume it is x. इसको x मान लेते हैं. This is equation number 1. I think you have basic idea about equation. In equation there are 2 sides. It is known as left hand side. This is known as right hand side. And second rule I think you know. Here in a equation you are allowed to add anything, but rule is you have to add on both sides. अगर आपका मन कर रहा है यहाँ 10 ऐड करना है, you are allowed, but provided that you have to do plus 10 on right side. अभी मत लिखना, वैसे बता रहा हूँ. If your मन is or your idea is that you want to subtract 10, you are allowed, but you have to do. मतलब whatever you want to add, subtract, multiply, divide, you can do, but the point is whatever treatment you are doing on left hand side, same treatment you have to do on right side. इसको गुलाब जामुन खिलाएंगे तो इसको खिलाना है, इसको थप्पड़ मार रहे तो इसको भी मारना है. You can do. So what I will do, I multiply with 10 on both sides, which is actually as per rule allowed. मैं कर सकता हूँ. In a simple equation, 6/1 किसने बोला फ्रैक्शन है? 6 is integer. Okay, come to the topic now. अभी कोई और डाउट है आपका फ्रैक्शंस इंटीजर से, यू कैन आस्क मी इन डाउट सेशन. अभी इस टॉपिक पे आ जाते हैं. So this is left hand side, this is right hand side. I multiply with 10 on both side. So tell me what is x into 10? x को 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे क्या आएगा? 10x. And if you multiply 0.333 with 10, what you will get? 3.333, योर डेसिमल विल शिफ्ट 1 प्लेस राइट साइड। एक 3 बाहर निकल जाएगा, बहुत सारे 3 हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, एक बाहर भी निकल जाएगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है इनका। सो दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 2। कैटेगरी 0 स्टूडेंट, इज इट ओके? बिकॉज आफ्टर द क्लास कैटेगरी 0 स्टूडेंट वो आके पूछते सर ये हुआ कैसे, x को 10 से मल्टीप्लाई किया, 0.333 को 10 से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो वो 3.33 बन जाता है। व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई एनी डेसिमल वैल्यू बाय 10, योर डेसिमल शिफ्ट 1 प्लेस ऑन राइट साइड, वो आपका डेसिमल 1 प्लेस राइट साइड चला जाता है। 100 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो दैट शिफ्ट 2 प्लेस ऑन राइट साइड। नाउ इक्वेशन नंबर 2 माइनस इक्वेशन नंबर 1। अब 2 में से 1 घटाएंगे, आई राइट इक्वेशन नंबर 1 हियर, x 0.333333, so this is equation number 1. I subtract minus. Tell me on left hand side what you got, 10x minus 1x. What is 10x minus 1x? 9x. कुछ कह रहे हैं कि सर क्या ही पूछ रहे हो, मेरे को पता है ना, मेरे को झेलना पड़ता है क्लास के बाद। सर ये 9x आया कहां से? ठीक है, आप बताओ अब आया कहां से? 10x minus 1x. Category 0 student, is it okay? Now here right hand side, what is 3.33 minus 0.33? Your part after decimal is exactly same, तो ये बच जाएगा 3 minus 0. Okay, left hand side I take 10x minus 1x, right hand side I take 3.333 minus 0.33, I get 3. Now what is x? 3 by 9. We will simplify, but you work on 3 by 9. In our short trick, what is short trick? Short trick is, in long trick you have 5 steps, in short trick you have 1 step. सीधा ये conclude कर देते हैं. Are you getting 9 here? Because in my short trick I will use 9 in denominator. मैं short trick में एक rule बताऊंगा where we will say in our denominator 9. Then student they ask, sir, from where 9 is coming? For that I'm taking this long method. Why 9 is coming? Because 10x minus 1x give you 9x. Depend on the question. कुछ question में करना पड़ जाता है 100x minus 1x 99x. So there will be 2 9. Sometimes there will be 3 9. Either I will solve each and every question with this long method, which take nearly 1 and 1.5 minutes. But believe me, this type of question required just 2 seconds. And there are some miscellaneous question like 11.234343434. You can use long method, but you might get confused. So what I will do, rather than taking long method, I tell you the short trick. But you remember ये 9 आ रहा है ना, क्यों आ रहा है? 10x minus 1x give 9x. Because when I will tell you the short trick में I directly tell you the rule that in denominator we will put 9. आ कहां से रहा है? Long method से. So now here I categorize question in 3 type. I start with type 1, and you will find in most of the topic that I categorize question in different types for better conceptual clarity. ताकि like picture clear होती जाए कि type 1 question, type 2 question, type 3 question. And what I do for each and every type, I try my best to take minimum 3 example. So for type 1, I will take example number 1, example number 2, example number 3. Or if it is required to take more example, I can take 4 or 5 example. Because when I take example number 1, some student who are category 1 students, some of them they are not able to understand and they become impatient. Even in offline, especially online. क्योंकि offline वाले तो कुछ बोलते नहीं, चुपचाप बैठे रहते हैं. Online वालों को सिर्फ चैटिंग करनी है. सर समझ में नहीं आया, सर नॉट अंडरस्टूड, एक्सप्लेन, रिपीट. ठीक है, होल्ड. सो व्हेन आई टेक वन एग्जांपल, आई नो with first example nearly 80% student they are able to understand, depend on the concept, maybe 90%, maybe 50%. Then I will take second example, then 99% student they might understand. ठीक है, और लोगों को समझ में आएगा. I will wait, then I take third example. Because sometimes what happen, offline में नहीं होता, but maybe online या offline में भी, like here you are physically here but mentally or emotionally somewhere else. ठीक है, मैसेज आ रहा है, इट्स ओवर, मैं वेट कर रहा हूं. ठीक है, और इफ दैट द केस फर्स्ट यू हैव टू फिक्स दैट, आई विल टीच यू अगेन. पहले वो फिक्स करके आओ, नहीं तो समझ में नहीं आएगा. तो मैं वेट करता हूँ, लाइक यू आर ऑन व्हाट्सएप और कहीं और दिमाग चल रहा है, कहीं और ध्यान चल रहा है, तो मैं वेट करता हूँ. दैट्स व्हाई आई टेक थर्ड एग्जाम. ठीक है, तो 3 एग्जाम्पल में तो आ जाता है. टाइप 2 थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, वेयर आई टेक मोर एग्जाम्पल, वहां मैं 5 एग्जाम्पल खुद की तरफ से लूंगा. तो डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस. लाइक इफ आई टेक 1 एग्जाम्पल एंड यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, हैव पेशेंस, आई विल टेक मोर एग्जाम्पल. आई ट्राई टू क्लियर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग सो दैट यू आर क्लियर विद द कंसेप्ट. देन आई आस्क एनी डाउट. मैं खुद ही पूछ लूंगा कि इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन राइट इन कमेंट और यू कैन आस्क सर नहीं. लाइक लेट मी टेक 3 एग्जाम्पल. 0.333333, 0.21212121 and so on. 0.123123 and so on. I will not tell you long method, I just directly tell you the short trick. Step number 1, we express it as 0. bar on 3. 3 reoccur again and again, so we put bar on 3. Second example is 0.21 bar on 21. So here 21 reoccur again and again. Now the third example 0.123 bar on 123. So here 123 reoccur again and again. Now here numerator upon denominator, numerator upon denominator, numerator on denominator. So I start with this first example. So now here first I tell you denominator. I tell you the rule for denominator or a short trick. So our rule here is, in our denominator we have as many 9 as many digit under the bar. There is 1 digit on the bar, 1 9. In the second example, there are 2 digits under the bar, double 9. In third example, there are 3 digits under the bar, triple 9. So I repeat, as many 9, as many digits under the bar. जितनी digit repeat हो रही है उतने 9 बन जाते हैं. Okay. Now numerator, since these are easy question, number as it is. What is this? 3. Your answer is 3 by 9. Don't forget to simplify. Your answer is 1 by 3. Second example. This is 21 upon 99. So here simplify 7 upon 33. Third example, there are 3 digits in the bar, so 999, number as it is, numerator 1 2 3, simplify if you can. Otherwise my concern is if you got answer 123 upon 999, I'm happy. जो simplify कर पाए कर लेना, otherwise this is the concept. एक और क्वेश्चन लेता हूं. जैसे for example it is 0.46464646. So here we write it as 0. bar on 46. So here denominator, our shortcut is as many 9 as many digit under the bar. So here how many digits in the bar? 2. So double 9. Numerator number as it is 46 upon 99. If there is a scope of simplification, simplify. Otherwise this is the answer. 46 upon 99 is a fraction for 0.46464646. I ask you 3 questions. Take time. Example number 5, 6, 7. 0.444444, 0.23232323 and so on. 0.213213 and so on. Take time and keep answer with yourself. You convert all this recurring decimal into fraction. Here it is 0. bar on 4. This is 0.23 bar on 23. This is 0.213 bar on 213. So here as many 9, as many digit under the bar 1 9. Second question there are 2 digit under the bar 2 9. Third question there are 3 digit under the bar 999. In first question what is your answer? 4 by 9. I think all of you have solved. Second question what is your answer? 23 upon 99. Third question 213 upon 999. After that simplify, divide by 3, 71 upon 333. If you got answer 213 upon 999 today, it is okay, but you have to simplify. If you have simplified 71 upon 333, perfect. It is very simple. Next is type 2, and type 2 is important. Once you understand type 2, type 3 is much easier. अगर आपको टाइप 2 समझ में आ गई, टाइप 3 इजी है. It's like your UPSC process. You have prelims, mains, interview. Your mains are very important. What is the difference in type 1 and type 2? Type 1 questions are 0.333, 0.121212. Means immediately after decimal there is a repetition. But whereas in type 2 after decimal we will have some digit, then we have repetition. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 0.13333. डिफरेंस क्या है? यहाँ पे डेसिमल के बाद you have 1, then there is a repetition. 0.45666666. 0.2343434. So type 1 questions are immediately after decimal there is a repetition, whereas in type 2 question after decimal we have some digit, then we have repetition. Let me take 5 example. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. टाइप 2 के मैं 5 एग्जाम्पल लूंगा. फर्स्ट आई विल सॉल्व 3 एग्जाम्पल. I try to clear the short trick. Then I take 2 more example from my side. Then I will ask you 3 questions. 0.1333333. 0.456565656. 0.12343434. First we express it as 0.1 bar on 3. Here 3 reoccur again and again. Here it is 0.4 bar on 5 6 because this 5 6 reoccur again and again. Here it is 0.12 bar on 3 4 because this 3 4 reoccur again and again. Okay. Now next, numerator upon denominator. First I tell you denominator. In this type of question we have 2 rules for denominator. Rule number 1 you already know. As many 9 as many digit under the bar. Fix it. As many 9 as many digit under the bar. So there is 1 digit 1 9. Second question there are 2 digit 2 9. Third question there are 2 digit 2 9. It is fixed whether type 1 question, type 2 question, type 3 question. In our denominator we have as many 9 as many digit under the bar. But in this type of question here we have 2 rules for our denominator. Rule number 2. And what is rule number 2 here? We have as many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part. मतलब there are certain digit which is after decimal but not repeating. वो तो बच गई ना. जैसे यहाँ पे 1 है. Here you put 943. There is 1 digit under the bar 1 9. After this 9 we have as many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part. So here between decimal and recurring part you have one digit, so you have to put 1 0. Second question, as many digit between decimal and recurring part. Tell me here between decimal and recurring part how many digit is there? 1. So for that you have to put 1 0. In the third example, between decimal and recurring part how many digit are there? 2. Decimal के बात तो है but repeat नहीं हो रही, 2 digit है, तो for this 2 digit you have to put 2 0. So I repeat, denominator में दो ही rule होते हैं. Rule number 1, as many 9 as many digit under the bar, followed by as many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part. Now numerator also we have two things. What is numerator? Total number minus non-recurring part. Total number minus non-recurring part. Now what is total number here? 13. And out of this 1 and 3, which is non-recurring, जो repeat नहीं हो रहा है, 1. So 13 minus 1. I repeat, total number minus non-recurring part. So your answer is 12 by 90. If you get 12 by 90, I'm happy. But you simplify, divide by 2, divide by 3. I will teach you divisibility topic maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. तब आपको थोड़ा और better रहेगा. तो इसको divide करेंगे तो ये ultimately 2/15 आ जाएगा. You simplify step by step. Divide by 2, then divide by 3. You get 2/15. In second question, what is your total number? 4, 5, 6. Minus, what is non-recurring? 4. So here 452. Some student by mistake they write 456 minus 56. No. Total number minus non-recurring part. Simplify. Third example. Just help me out. What is the total number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus non-recurring. What is non-recurring? 12. 1 and 2. 4 minus 2, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. So it is 1222 upon 9900. Simplify, you get answer. If you understood, okay, wait, I take 2 more examples. I will solve 2 more examples for you step by step. Question number 4, question number 5. Question number 4, 0.45555. 0.45555. Question number 5 is 0.3464646. First we express it as 0.4 bar on 5. It is 0.3 bar on 46. As many 9 as many digit under the bar. So how many digits under the bar? 1, 1, 9. Followed by as many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part. So there is 1 digit, so 1 0. And what is your numerator? Total number minus non-recurring part. So the answer is 41 upon 90. 4 चीजें एक एक करके चलेंगे. Question number 2, as many 9 as many digit under the bar. So double 9. As many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part, 1. So 1 0. Numerator is total number minus non-recurring part. What is non-recurring here? 3. So here your answer is 343 upon 990. If there is a scope of simplification, simplify. Otherwise this is the answer. I think you understood. Still if you not understood, wait, let us practice 3 example. फिर भी अगर किसी को issue लगे, I can take more example. Question number 6, 7, 8. Take time, keep answer with yourself. 0.2333333. 0.4566666. 0.2347474747 गो स्लो स्टेप बाय स्टेप, कितना भी स्लो चलो 10 सेकंड से ज्यादा नहीं लगेंगे, तो टेक योर टाइम, 3 क्वेश्चन 1 by 1. Once you understand type 2, type 3 is much easier. टाइप 3 में फिर दिक्कत नहीं आएगी आपको, टाइप 2 अगर हो जाएगा तो. Now here it is 0.2 bar on 3. This is 0.45 bar on 6. Only 6 reoccur. Here it is 0.23 bar on 4747 reoccur. As many 9, as many digits in the bar. So there is 1 9. As many 0, as many digits between decimal recurring part. There is 1 digit 1 0. What is your numerator? 23 minus 2. So it is 21 upon 90. If you simplify, 7 upon 30. So if you got 21 upon 90, good enough. 7 by 30 is better. अगर उतना पहुंच गए. Second question. Tell me how many 9? 1. How many 0? 2. So here there is 1 digit in the bar 1 9. There are 2 digits between the x and bar. So 2 0. Now numerator is total number 456 minus 45. So 6 minus 5 1, 5 minus 4 1, 411 upon 900, 3 से तो पक्का ही जा रहा है. 137 upon 300, 3 से डिवाइड कर दो. So the third example, how many 9? 2, because there are 2 digits in the bar. How many 0? 2, because there are 2 digits between decimal and recurring part. What is your numerator? Total number 2347 minus 23. 7 minus 3 4, 4 minus 2 2. So it is 2324 upon 9900. Simplify. Is it clear? All of you. If you understood type 2, type 3 easier. Type 3. Now how come type 3 is different from type 1 and type 2? You can check type 1, type 2 questions are 0 point something, 0 point something. So I will take some example where before decimal also you have some digit. Like here 1.33333. ठीक है, अब तक हमने क्या किया था 0.333. अब डेसिमल से पहले भी कुछ डिजिट है 4.566666, 12.3474747. So I will take 4 example, then I will ask you 3 question here type 3. First question is 1.33333. Second question is 2.566666. Third question is 12.3474747 and so on. Let me solve this 3 example, then I take example number 4, then I ask you 3 question. So now here first thing is we express it as 1 point bar on 3 because 3 reoccur again and again. Second question 2.5 bar on 6, 6 reoccur again and again. Third question 12.3 bar on 4, 7, 4, 7 reoccur again and again. Now here denominator, numerator, numerator, denominator, first denominator. And whatever I told you type 2 rule are applicable in type 3. What I told you for denominator, as many 9, as many digit under the bar. So there is 1 digit on the bar, 1 9. Followed by as many 0, as many digit between decimal and recurring part. So tell me between decimal and recurring part how many digit is there? No. So there is no digit, so we will not put 0. Second example, how many digit under the bar? 1. So 1 9. Followed by as many 0, as many digit between decimal and recurring part. Tell me between decimal and recurring part how many digit is there? 1. So you have to put 1 0. Same like type 2. In the third example, how many digit under the bar? 2. So double 9. How many digit between decimal and recurring part? 1 1 0. And what I told you for numerator, total number minus non-recurring part. Here also it is same, but be careful. थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखेंगे, but same है. What is total number? 13. Out of 1 and 3, which is recurring? 3. So 1 is non-recurring. So your non-recurring part can be before decimal also. So here total number minus non-recurring. So this time what is non-recurring? 1. So 13 minus 1. So it is 12 by 9. If you simplify, 4 by 3. Wait, second example. What is your total number? 256 minus non-recurring. Here student they do mistake. Sometimes they write 256 minus 5, 256 minus 6 or 256 minus 2. You ignore this decimal. Numerator के लिए decimal का कोई काम नहीं. So it is 256, 256. Out of this, which is non-recurring, 2 and 5 both. So it is 25. तो यहाँ आंसर आएगा 256 minus 25. Out of 256, only 6 is recurring. तो 2 and 5 both are non-recurring. तो इसमें से 256 में से 25 घटेगा. 6 minus 5 1, 5 minus 2 3, 231 upon 90. Simplify. उस पे ज्यादा फोकस नहीं, फोकस कंसेप्ट पे. I repeat, what is the total number? 12,347 minus out of this which is non-recurring 1 2 3 1 2 3. ये तीनों डिजिट जो है वो नॉन रिकरिंग है. So 7 minus 3 4, 4 minus 2 2, 3 minus 1 2. So it is 12,224 upon 990. Simplify, you get answer. I take one more example. 4.566666666. Example number 4. So now here we write it as 4.5 bar on 6. So here how many digit on the bar? 1. So 1 9. How many digit between decimal and recurring part? 1. So 1 0. What is numerator? 456 minus 45. So 6 minus 5 1, 5 minus 4 1, 411 upon 90 simply. So you have to be careful about this कि 4 5 6 में से 4 और 5 दोनों नॉन रिकरिंग है. You try. Okay, I ask you 3 questions. solve step by step. Two point 44444 1.377777 ठीक है जी 12.368686868 पीछे कूलिंग कम करनी है so take your time 3 example go slow ठीक है done so it is 2.4 bar on 4 1.3 bar on 7 12.368 bar on 68 first denominator how many digit number 119 how many digit between decimal and recurring part no digits or no zero what about numerator 24 minus 2 so your answer is 22 by 9 I think all of you got 22 by 9 second question how many digit under the bar 119 how many digit between decimal and recurring part 110 what about numerator 137 minus 13 so it is 7 minus 3 4 3 minus 1 2 124 upon 90 simplify ठीक है simplify कर लेना now here third example how many digit under the bar 299 how many digit between decimal recurring part how many 0 1 what about numerator 12,368 minus 1 2 3 okay try one more question then I give you a language मतलब क्या करना है इसमें टॉपिक में टाइप 1 टाइप 2 टाइप 3 4.0 and if you can handle this it means you understood the topic 4.0555555 So now here it is 4.0 bar on 5. Tell me how many digit under the bar? 119. How many digit between decimal and recurring part? 1. 0 is also a digit. Some students they ignore. 0 is also a digit. Because of this digit you have to put 0. व्हाट अबाउट न्यूमरेटर 405 माइनस 40, ये भी ध्यान रखना। तो इट इज 365 अपॉन 90। इफ यू सिंप्लीफाई 73 अपॉन 18, 5 से डिवाइड कर देंगे 73 अपॉन 18। So now here either type 1, type 2, type 3 questions, what we are doing actually in this topic, so you write numerator upon denominator. Any of the question you can apply this. Our numerator is nothing, total number minus non-recurring part. Denominator में there are two things. First is as many 9 as many digit under the bar. Followed by as many 0 as many digit between decimal and recurring part. Fine. Any doubt? Online students, offline student. I take one more small topic. You put heading prime number. Right. See, what I found during school days, there are the concept like prime number, co-prime number, LCM, HCF. We have done cramming of this concept. What is the problem with the cramming is when you cram anything, you might use for that particular question. जो क्वेश्चन के लिए रटेंगे उसके लिए तो शायद याद रह जाए, but other question based on the concept you will not able to solve if you don't have a conceptual clarity. So let's have conceptual clarity so that because prime number, co-prime, LCM and HCF, these are the concepts which help you in other topic also. So these are very important to understand this thing. Now, and I tell you, see how school type of things, like at school time what we have done, that is good. Basic foundation has been given by school days, but there are something like in some of the things there are flaw. जैसे क्या है कि स्कूल में like we have crammed the definition, हमने definition रटी है चीजों की स्कूल टाइम में. For mathematics part also there are certain things we have crammed, but what I feel there is no need to cram the definition. Definition रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. What you have to do, you have to learn the concept. What is definition? What is definition? Definition is nothing when you express any concept in your own language. That is definition. You can define anything in English, I can define in Hindi, anyone from Maharashtra can define in Marathi, but once you know concept, you can define yourself. थोड़ा तोड़ फोड़ के define कर दो, or some of you have very good old language, they can give a crisp definition. कोई थोड़ा लेंथी डेफिनेशन दे देगा, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता मुझे. व्हाट आई नीड ए कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी, आई डोंट नीड डेफिनेशन. बिकॉज एट दिस स्टेज आप उस लेवल पे आ गए हो वेयर यू हैव टू डू योर मेंस आंसर राइटिंग, यू हैव टू राइट एसे, तो यू हैव टू बी गुड इन लैंग्वेज पार्ट वेयर यू कैन एक्सप्रेस द थिंग्स. तो इफ यू लर्न द कंसेप्ट यू कैन डिफाइन योरसेल्फ. वो तो आप डिफाइन तो खुद भी कर सकते हो. तो डेफिनेशन इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. Understanding of concept is important. Definition you can give. You give language to a concept, that is definition. किसी भी concept को आप express कर रहे हो वो definition बन जाता है. So similarly here, prime number, we will learn the concept about prime number in detail after the definition you have with you. So actually what we have natural number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are natural number. अच्छा एक मिनट, ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट का अजय का है, सर प्लीज रिपीट द इक्वेशन वंस अगेन. कौन सी इक्वेशन? ये इक्वेशन, ये शॉर्ट ट्रिक है. योर न्यूमरेटर इज टोटल नंबर माइनस नॉन रिकरिंग पार्ट. as many 9 as many digit under the bar followed by as many 0 as many digit between decimal part. अगर आप डेफिनेशन हो कह रहे हो, जो स्टार्टिंग में मैंने बताया था 0.333 मल्टीप्लाई विद 10 किया 10x. इफ यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड डोंट वरी, इसको तो समझना भी नहीं था तो डोंट वरी. इफ यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड, एनी वन ऑफ यू नॉट अंडरस्टूड दिस पार्ट, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. Tell me, have you understood short trick of type 1, short trick of type 2, short trick of type 3? बस इसकी जरूरत नहीं है फिलहाल. Simple equation topic we will cover, or like you will have conceptual clarity about equations part later. ठीक है, अगर इक्वेशन नहीं समझ में आ रही कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट हैंड साइड क्या है, कैसे सेकंड इक्वेशन माइनस फर्स्ट इक्वेशन क्या, विद टाइम यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस. इसके लिए ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना. हाँ जी, ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट फाइन. इक्वेशन समझने की अभी कोई जरूरत नहीं है. शॉर्ट ट्रिक समझ में आ गई? Okay जी, come to the topic, prime number. Now we have natural number. You know natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are natural. So what we do, we categorize natural number in 3 categories. नेचुरल नंबर को हम 3 कैटेगरी में बांटेंगे. 1 प्राइम नंबर एंड कंपोजिट नंबर. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, देयर इज नो ओवरलैपिंग. कोई ओवरलैपिंग नहीं है. 1 प्राइम नंबर, कंपोजिट. Can anyone tell me what is the reason for this categorization? Factors. अच्छा, there is a term factors. If you don't know factors, divisor, factor and divisor are same. पहले मैं बता दूं factors क्या है. जैसे 4 है. What are the factor of 4? 1 is a factor of 4, 2 is a factor of 4, 4 is a factor of 4. I think you know. 10. Tell me what are the factor of 10? 1, 2, 5, 10. Yes. So what is the reason behind this categorization is number of factors. 1 has 1 factor. Prime number have 2 factors. Composite number have more than 2 factors. This is the concept actually. Prime number are those natural number which have exactly 2 factors. See here, you people might appreciate art and culture because that is in your syllabus. That is one of the reason. Otherwise, the layman people, they don't appreciate. And in this world, 21st century, where you can make anything. So if you see any temple structure of 12th century, they will not able to appreciate, but some of you are able to appreciate, like here, because you have to see that contemporary. भाई 12वीं 12th century में बना, वो 8th century में बना है. At this time you can make anything, but at that time it has been built. Similarly here the person who has given a concept of prime number way back is done wonderful job. उस इंसान ने क्या किया? उस इंसान ने एक बेहतरीन जॉब की. What that person has done, he or she has checked all the natural number. Then he identified there are some natural number which have exactly 2 factors. उसको ऐसे natural number मिलते गए जिसके 2 factors थे. and he start calling this type of natural number as prime number. उसने उनको prime number बोलना start कर दिया, like here 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. You can check factor of 2 is 1 and 2 only. 2 के factor क्या है 1 and 2, so 2 is a prime number. 3 के factor क्या है 1 and 3, so 3 is a prime number. 5 के factor क्या है 1 and 5. 7 के क्या factor है 1 and 7. मतलब जो आपने रटा है उस पे भी आता हूं मैं, but main point here is natural number has been categorized in 3 part. 1 prime number, composite number. 1 have exactly 1 factor, prime number have 2 factor, whereas composite number have more than 2 factors. Now you might have heard that prime number are those are divisible by 1 and itself only. Prime number are those which have exactly 2 factor. So yes, prime number are those which have exactly 2 factors, and when we check these 2 factors, these are nothing 1 and the number itself. So then we come up with a separate definition. Prime number की दो definition है. One which is a conceptual, that prime number are those natural number which have exactly 2 factors. Second definition, what we find when we observe these 2 factors, we find out of these 2 factors, one is 1 and other is number itself. So then we come up with the alternate definition of prime number, that prime number are those which are divisible by 1 and itself only. It means prime number have exactly 2 factor, 1 and the number itself. Prime number के दो ही factor होते हैं, 1 और number खुद. So that person who has given a concept of prime number way back has done wonderful job, have checked natural number one by one and identify some of the natural number which have exactly 2 factors. And what are these 2 factors? Number itself and 1, and we start calling this type of natural number as prime number. हमने इनको prime number बोलना start कर दिया. But whereas composite number are those which have more than 2 factors. Like here number is 4. It is not necessarily 3 factor. It can be 10 factor, 20 factor. जैसे 4 के factor क्या है 1, 2 and 4. 10, what are the factor of 10? 1, 2, 5, 10. 100 के factor क्या है 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, 100. So here these are composite. I repeat, natural number we categorize in 3 category. 1 which have 1 factor, prime number which have 2 factors, composite number which have more than 2 factor. Prime number ki there are 2 definition. I think all of you know. If you want me to repeat, I can repeat. Prime number ki definition number 1 is prime number are those natural number. Prime number are those natural number which have exactly 2 factors. Definition number 1. Prime number are those natural number which have exactly 2 factors. Prime number are those natural number which have exactly 2 factors. Second definition of prime number is prime number have exactly 2 factor, or prime number are divisible by only 2 number, 1 and the number itself. Prime number are divisible by only 2 number, 1 and the number itself. Prime number are divisible by only 2 number, 1 and the number itself. Composite number have more than 2 factors. For composite number are those are divisible by 1 number itself and at least one more number. ओके 3 फैक्टर या 3 से ज्यादा फैक्टर होगा, इसका मतलब ये है कि खुद 1 से डिवाइड होगा खुद से, और एटलीस्ट एक और नंबर से डिवाइड होगा. जैसे 4 है, 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 4, 4 is divisible by 2 as well. 10 is divisible by 1, 10 is divisible by 10, 10 is divisible by 2 and 5 also. तो वो बन जाते हैं कंपोजिट. एनी डाउट? एंड यू नो दिस, ये डेफिनेशन तो सबको ही पता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, I give you some of the observation. You write first observation, because some student they say, sir, can we consider 1 is the smallest prime number? I say no. So you write first one is 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is unique. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Don't say 1 is a prime number. No, not at all. 1 is unique. Can anyone tell me why 1 is called unique? Only one factor. 1 is factor of all. Now I tell you. अब ध्यान से समझना. And I give example. Or some people they say 1 is like our prime minister साहब, जो एक की सुने, खुद की, और कभी कभी वो भी भूल जाते हैं. He himself mention कि 75 की एज में रिटायरमेंट चाहिए, भूल गए वो, 3-4 दिन हो गए उस बात को भी. ठीक है. 1 is unique which have one factor, जो खुद की सुने, एक इंसान की सुने. What about prime number जो दो की सुने, आइडियल टाइप इंसान. Some people they say like केजरीवाल, दो लोगों की किसकी सुनता है? खुद की और एक और. वो एक और कौन? मनीष सिसोदिया. In one of the way someone told his wife, वो अपनी वाइफ के बिना सो लेगा, मनीष सिसोदिया के बिना नहीं. And like in past what happened, Manish Sisodia was in jail. He missed so much. पीछे he also went to the jail. What about composite number? राहुल गांधी, जो सबकी सुन ले. Now here I tell you how come 1 is unique, and there is a story behind this. See, 1 requested prime number, head of the prime number, take me as a prime number. 1 ने प्राइम नंबर को रिक्वेस्ट किया कि मुझे प्राइम नंबर की कैटेगरी में ले लो, टेक मी इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ प्राइम नंबर. देन प्राइम नंबर हैड आस्क्ड, डू यू हैव 2 फैक्टर? देन 1 टोल्ड नो. प्राइम नंबर ने लात मारी 1 को, चल भाग, यू आर नॉट प्राइम नंबर बिकॉज सिंस यू डोंट हैव 2 फैक्टर्स. Then 1 requested to the composite number that take me in the composite category. Then composite category had asked, do you have more than 2 factor? Then 1 told no, I don't have more than 2 factor. तो composite ने भी भगा दिया. But 1 को then realize कि 1 is the only natural number. देखो 1 का एक special feature देखो, 1 is the only natural number which have only 1 factor. Can you tell me any other natural number which have exactly 1 factor? Other than 1, all the natural number may have 2 factor, may have more than 2 factor. There is no other natural number exists which have exactly 1 factor. So 1 is unique. Unique क्या? जिसका जैसा कोई और ना हो. So that's why 1 is called unique. Why we called 1 is unique? Because 1 is the only natural number exists which have exactly 1 factor, whereas all other natural number have minimum 2 factors. बाकी सब नंबर के 2 फैक्टर या 2 से ज्यादा. हाउ मेनी प्राइम नंबर्स आर देयर? इनफाइनाइट, चलते जाते हैं. एंड पीपल दे आर डूइंग पीएचडी टू फाइंड लार्जर प्राइम नंबर, लार्जर प्राइम नंबर, लार्जर प्राइम नंबर. उनकी रेस चली जा रही है. हाउ मेनी कंपोजिट नंबर्स आर देयर? इनफाइनाइट. हाउ मेनी यूनिक नंबर्स आर देयर? ओनली 1. यूनिक वो जिस जैसा कोई और ना. Prime is not a special category. Prime तो there are infinite prime number. 2 is a prime number, 3 भी, हर कोई prime number है. 2, 3, 5 क्या औकात है उसकी? 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Composite उनकी और भी औकात नहीं है. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. All these are composite number. 1 is unique. Why? Because 1 is the only natural number exists which have exactly 1 factor. There is no other natural number exists. That's why we call 1 is unique. अगर unique word use कर लिया, it means 1. If in any of the question it is mentioned A is unique number, so it means they are talking about 1. Because this is the first observation. 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is unique. Second observation, 2 is the smallest prime number. Some student they ask, sir, can we consider -2 as a prime number? See your conceptual clarity. First, it should be natural number. A prime number is a category under natural number. -2 is not a natural number. So there is no question whether -2 is check करने बैठ जाएंगे कि -2 prime number है कि नहीं है. No need to check because there is no question to check negative integer as prime number, because first condition is it should be natural number. In natural number you start from 1. 1 is not prime. So that's why 2 is the smallest prime number. सबसे छोटा prime number 2 है. Now the third property. 2 is the only even prime number. 2 is the only even prime number. In past there were around 4 or 5 questions based on this concept has been asked indirectly. Direct कोई नहीं पूछेगा. No one will ask filling the blanks which of the following is the only even prime number or what is the only even prime number. But this property will be used in miscellaneous question. You have to remember 2 is the only even prime number. Can you explain why? Why 2 is the only even prime number? Because all further even number are divisible by 1 by itself and by 2 as well. 2 के अलावा बाकी सारे even number अगर देखोगे 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, irrespective they are divisible by 1 and itself, all these are divisible by 2 as well. So that's why they will have minimum 3 factor. If they have minimum 3 factor, they can't be prime. So all other even number will be composite. So 2 is the only even prime number. 2 के अलावा there is no other even number which is prime number. Now next. Now I give you one factual information. And it has been asked directly or indirectly. 1 to 50 there are 15 prime number. 1 to 100 there are 25 prime number. एक से लेके 50 तक 15 प्राइम नंबर है. अच्छा, और 1 से लेके 100 तक 25 प्राइम नंबर. These are very very important. You have to remember, and this is your today's homework. You have to remember all this 25 prime number. It has to be on your tips. Directly, indirectly, there will be a question every year, around one question on this prime number. I tell you how I remember. I give you one mnemonic: 444, 22, 322, 321. It's like a 10-digit number, like a mobile number. Might be your college days you remember so many. You can add one more for different purpose. But I can see there is a change. Change in the sense, as the technology is growing, we are dependent on artificial memory. बताता हूँ कैसे. Earlier there used to be time, maybe your childhood, you have remembered that we used to remember around 7-8 number or more. खुद का, पेरेंट्स का, मदर का, उसका, उसके पड़ोसी का, ठीक है, नंबर याद होते थे. We used to remember the number. But after that the time come where like here you people know only your number. And some of you don't know your number also. आप अपना मोबाइल खोलते हो और उसमें देखते हो हाँ ये सिम मैं आजकल यूज कर रहा हूँ, दिस इज माई नंबर. Because we are too much dependent on this. And I will tell you, this is the only species we are lucky enough to get a crowd who is using the mind. बाकी सब तो रील के अंदर घुसे हुए हैं. जो यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रहा है या एसएससी की तैयारी कर रहा है फॉर कंपटीशन, दे आर प्रिपेयरिंग, दे आर एक्चुअली यूटिलाइजिंग देयर माइंड. एंड आई टेल यू what you have to do. There are two type of exercise. One is physical and one is mental exercise. Physical exercise which is visible, दिखता है कि कितना बड़ा डोला बन गया, मतलब ठीक है, मछली बनी कि नहीं बनी, 5 kg का वेट उठाएंगे, then you put 7.5 kg, then you put 10 kg. It is visible that your muscles are growing. But यहाँ की muscles यार nerve system grow हो रहा है, वो नहीं दिख रहा आपको. And you have to do that. For you, the mental exercise is more important. I tell you how you will do that. And you have to, and see, I think all of you or 90% if you have been to gym, कभी ना कभी तो गए होंगे. 1 साल की मेंबरशिप लेके बाय बाय टाटा करके आए होंगे. या 1 महीना गए होंगे, किसी को देखने गए होंगे, ठीक है. So what you do, like here, if you like work on biceps 3 kg, then next week you will find your trainer will say put more weight 4 kg so that your muscle has to grow, then 5 kg, then 7.5 kg because your muscle has to grow. Same here for mind. You check how much information your mind can retain. Your mind can retain 1 word, 1 sentence on 1 paragraph. ठीक है, अगर आपका माइंड सिर्फ एक वर्ड ही रिटेन कर पा रहा है तो आपका माइंड उतना ग्रो नहीं हुआ. एंड सम पीपल दे आर डूइंग नोट्स मेकिंग. मैं बताता हूं कैसे करते हैं. व्हाट दे डू, दे पुट लक्ष्मीकांत देयर नोटबुक, दे रीड 1 वर्ड, दे राइट, दे रीड 2nd वर्ड, दे राइट, दे रीड 3rd वर्ड, दे राइट. कुछ लोग ऐसा बनाते हैं नोट्स, एक एक वर्ड पढ़ेंगे लिखेंगे. सो इट मीन्स यू फीड योर माइंड विद सिंगल वर्ड. तो आपके माइंड की कैपेसिटी कितनी होगी, टू होल्ड 1 वर्ड. Whereas other type of students, what they do, they read 1 sentence, they write either the same sentence or in their own language. So these are better because you feed your mind with 1 sentence information, means your mind can retain 1 sentence. फिर कुछ लोग के पूरा पैराग्राफ पढ़ेंगे, then they express that paragraph in their own language and they write a crisp language, further better because you feed your mind with a paragraph, your mind can retain a paragraph. तो आप चेक करो आपका माइंड कितना रिटेन कर पा रहा है. योर माइंड एबल टू रिटेन सिंगल वर्ड, योर माइंड एबल टू रिटेन 1 लाइन, 1 पैराग्राफ और 1 एंटायर पेज. कुछ लोग पूरा पेज पढ़ के रिटेन कर सकते हैं. एंड यू हैव टू ग्रो दिस. आपको धीरे धीरे अपनी कैपेसिटी माइंड की बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. यू चेक वेयर यू आर एट ए स्टेज ऑफ 1 वर्ड, 1 लाइन, 1 पैराग्राफ, 1 पेज. तो आपको धीरे धीरे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. सो व्हाट यू डू, यू फीड 1 पैराग्राफ टू योर माइंड. If your mind is able to retain good enough, next time you feed 2 paragraph, next time you feed 3 paragraph, then you start feeding 1 page, then you start feeding 2 page. फिर देखो आपका माइंड 2 पेज रिटेन कर रहा है और उसको आप अपने शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स या शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाने में कर रहे हो. दैट इज एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर योर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, क्योंकि माइंड का खेल है. ओके, कम टू द पॉइंट, हाउ दिस वर्क आई टेल यू. अब ये काम कैसे करता है, इट टेल यू द रेंज. So this 4 here means 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, there are 4 prime numbers. 11 to 20, there are 4 prime numbers. 21 to 30, there are 2 prime numbers. 31 to 40, there are 2 prime numbers. 41 to 50, there are 2 prime numbers. 51 to 62, 61 to 70, 71 to 80, 81 to 90, 91 to 100. अच्छा, before I give you this table, I ask you a question. Tell me 7 consecutive 2-digit number which are composite number. 7 consecutive मतलब लगातार. 7 consecutive 2-digit number which are composite number, means there is no prime number in between. 90 to 96, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. If you check, all these are composite, there is no prime number, and this is the only 7 consecutive 2-digit number. इसके अलावा कोई और है भी नहीं. 7 लगातार. तो it might ask, 90 to 96 are the 7 consecutive 2-digit number which are composite. Now I give the list and you have to remember it. This is your homework. Starting prime number, all of you know, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Then it is 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 50 और 60 लिखते जाओ. 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79. Here it is 83, 89. Between 90 and 100 there is only one prime number, 97. You have to remember this table. This is your homework. 4 बार पढ़ो, 10 बार पढ़ो, 20 बार पढ़ो. And all of you have different retention power. I will talk about retention. There is one funnel strategy for retention. कल मुझे रिमाइंड कराना, अगर मैं भूल जाऊं तो बताना. 2 3 5 7 11 13 17 19 23 29 31 37 41 43 47 53 59, ठीक है, 61 67 71 73 79 83 89 97। सम ऑफ यू हैव गुड रिटेंशन पावर, एक ही बार में याद हो सकता है, कुछ को 2 बार में, कुछ को 5 बार में, कुछ को 10 बार, कुछ को 20 बार में, तो करो, देयर इज नो अदर वे। यू आर मिडल ऑफ मेस, आप दलदल के बीच में फंसे हो। यू ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड फॉर यूपीएससी, एक जीवन की गलती कर चुके हो, वापिस जाना दूसरी गलती होगी। यू आर मिड वे। जब भी किसी समस्या के बीच में होते हैं ना, उसमें 2 ऑप्शन है, वापिस आना या आगे बढ़ना, तो आगे बढ़ना ही बेटर है। बिकॉज दिस इज ए कॉमन क्वेश्चन, सर पढ़ा याद नहीं हुआ, एक बार में नहीं होता है हर किसी को। यू हैव टू डू मल्टीपल रीडिंग। टू टाइम रीडिंग, 5 टाइम, 10 टाइम, 20 टाइम्स। तो चेक कर लो आप किस रेंज में जा रहे हो। और इट इज नॉट फिक्स, इट वेरी सब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट। इफ एनी सब्जेक्ट यू हैव इंटरेस्ट, वो 2 बार में रिटेन हो जाएगा, 5 बार में हो जाएगा। If there is a subject where you don't have interest, that will take 10 reading to retain, 15 reading to retain. तो ऐसा फिक्स भी नहीं है रूल, इट वेरी सब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट, इट वेरी मूड टू मूड ऑल्सो। आज मूड कर रहा है रिटेन करने का तो जल्दी रिटेन होएगा, नहीं मन कर रहा नहीं होगा। ओके जी, चलो। सो व्हाट वी हैव डन टुडे, first we work on number chart, especially rational and irrational number. I think that is clear. अच्छा, in between there is one doubt from online students, sir 6th 7th 8th NCERT old or new। अब ये old और new के बीच में कंफ्यूज है। अब ये बताओ, हिस्ट्री तो लाइक गवर्नमेंट कैन चेंज, मैथ में क्या ही गवर्नमेंट चेंज कर लेगी, तो डजंट मैटर फॉर मी if you can arrange ICSE, but what matter to me, don't delay। अब आपने एक दिन तो वैसे ही वेस्ट कर दिया ये कंफ्यूजन में कि ओल्ड और नहीं, जो भी अवेलेबल हो आपके पास आज रात के शाम के 7 बजे तक। if you can arrange ICSE, if you can arrange NCERT old, NCERT new, all are equally good। Start with your number system topic from 6th NCERT। तो आज का आपका होमवर्क है दिस प्राइम नंबर टेबल प्लस 6th NCERT नंबर सिस्टम रिलेटेड टॉपिक अकॉर्डिंग टू योर कैटेगरी विच आई टोल्ड यू यस्टरडे। जैसा कल मैंने आपको बताया था उस हिसाब से आप करेंगे। Okay ji, so here we have work on rational irrational number. Second topic we have work how to convert recurring decimal into fraction. Third thing we have work on prime number. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will continue from this. I will tell you about co-prime, twin prime, other concept of number system. Okay, if you have any doubt you can wait here. Starting 1 week we will do basic classes, so we will not have class test. After 3 or 4 classes, what will be our idea? 1 hour 45-minute lecture, then there will be a class test for 5-10 minutes, then I give the answer key, after that there will be a doubt session। फिर ऐसा शेड्यूल रहेगा। and after 2 weeks we will start your weekly test also। अभी तो बेसिक चल रहा है, तो मे बी नेक्स्ट वीक ऑनवर्ड देर विल बी वीकली टेस्ट। मंडे टू फ्राइडे विल बी क्लासेस, मंडे टू फ्राइडे क्लासेस रहने वाली है। सैटरडे को देर विल बी वीकली टेस्ट, संडे को यू विल हैव डाउट सेशन विद मेंटोर। आई विल टेल यू लेटर। अभी तो बेसिक कर रहे हैं, तो दिस वीक वी हैव जस्ट लेक्चर, वी विल नॉट हैविंग क्लास टेस्ट। क्लास टेस्ट वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 4th लेक्चर और 5th लेक्चर। ओके जी, थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच। If any doubt you can wait here, otherwise you can leave the lecture। No, we can't do. How come you can cancel? No, you can write this, but you can't cancel root to root. Otherwise, if it is under root 9 upon under root 4, according to it is 9 by 4, but actually 3 by 2. What is 9 by 4? 2.25. What is this? 1.5. Correct answer is this. So root can't be cancelled with root. No, you can't do. You can't cancel this symbol with this symbol. You can't do. You have arranged, that is good. You can do.
इसमें दो ऑथर्स थे
ठीक है, ये भी अच्छा है. इसमें हमने इंटीजर, फ्रैक्शन, डेसिमल, रैशनल नंबर, एक्सपोनेंट, पावर, सेट थ्योरी नहीं पढ़नी, रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन बाद में पढ़ सकते हो, परसेंटेज, ये प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट ये नहीं पढ़ेंगे. बाकी ये टॉपिक नहीं पढ़ेंगे. जो नंबर सिस्टम से रिलेटेड टॉपिक है यू कैन डू, उससे रिलेटेड. हाँ, ये कर सकते हो. इसमें 1 2 3 4 5 ये पढ़ना.
तो मतलब ये ठीक है ना.
हाँ, इट्स ओके, यू कैन.
एक दिन में एक बुक से एक टॉपिक को हर एक
तो आपकी स्पीड पे डिपेंड कर. अगर सारी बुक से कर लो ज्यादा बढ़िया. एक टॉपिक एक बुक से करने में तो बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. एक टॉपिक एक दिन में कंप्लीट हो जाना चाहिए. टॉपिक के ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है. जैसे फंडामेंटल राइट एक दिन में नहीं कर सकते. फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी है, बहुत छोटा टॉपिक है वो, तो 2 टॉपिक. सीसेट का भी ऐसा कोई फिक्स नहीं है. बहुत सारे टॉपिक है जिसमें 5 लेक्चर लग जाते हैं. कोई टॉपिक है आधे घंटे में खत्म हो जाता है. तो ऐसा कोई फिक्स नहीं है. आपने करना क्या, जो मैं क्लास में पढ़ा रहा हूँ और जो होमवर्क दे रहा हूँ वो करते रहना. और प्लस अभी मैंने जो नंबर सिस्टम पढ़ने के लिए बोला 6 स्टैंडर्ड एनसीईआरटी आईसीएसई से वो पढ़ो.
एग्जांपल के लिए प्लस प्लस 3 और -3.
हाँ,
तो -3 आपने इरेशनल बोला.
हाँ, -3 रैशनल है, नॉट इरेशनल. रैशनल. हाँ, रैशनल, नॉट रैशनल. इसमें से टॉपिक करने आपने नोइंग योर नंबर, होल नंबर, पहला, दूसरा, तीसरा, छठा, सातवां.